Okay, good afternoon. Today going to start the another topic of valence bond theory is inner and outer orbital complexes. We already have discussed there is a hybridization in different geometry complexes. We discussed tetrahedral complexes. We already discussed square planar, trigonal, bipyramidal as well as octahedral complexes. We seen there are some hybridization when the complex undergoes center atom ion undergoes hybridization, sometime use n minus 1 d orbital and in some time use nth d orbital. So when n minus d orbital is used, we called there is a inner orbital complexes, and suppose nth d orbital is used, we called outer orbital complexes. Valence bond theory faces a lot of difficulties because of sometimes the required number of orbitals, d orbitals are not available. Sometimes the inner electrons are paired up or sometimes they remains unpaired. That time we cannot be easily predict the complex undergoes inner orbital or complex undergoes outer orbital. So there are number of difficulties arises in compounds when the inner d orbital is not available. To explain the bonding according to valence bond theory, use next d orbital which is empty called as outer d orbital, and complex is outer orbital complexes. So number of scientists try to explain the inner and outer orbital complexes in different way. We are going to discuss here. Okay, so basically if we consider example FeF6, Fe F6 3 minus, so here we can represent this. Here is a 3D, then 4s, next 4p. Okay, so in that complex there is a plus 3 is the oxidation state, so 5 electrons in 3D. You can calculate 5 electrons in 3D. Next one is Ni NH36 2 plus. Here is the atomic number 3D 8 4s2, so 8 electrons in 3D orbitals. 8 electrons in 3D orbitals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. So what happened here? What is the difficulty? Basically octahedral complexes undergoes D2sp3 hybridization. But here when we try to D2sp3 hybridization, these two complexes face the difficulties because of, in first case in 3D there are 5 unpaired electrons available. In second case there are 2 unpaired electrons are available. So when we pair up these electrons, so these 2 electrons comes here and the remaining 2s are becomes vacant. So is it possible here formation of inner d orbital complexes, but the pairing energy which is required to pair up the electrons are not available in given complexes because the given complex shows the magnetic moment value 5.9. That means it indicates there are 5 unpaired electrons. So why the complex undergoes outer orbital complexes? Because of there is no pairing of electrons. In second case, if we pair up electrons here, only one orbital become vacant. So the complex do not undergoes D2sp3 hybridization. So that time Pauling suggests the complex undergoes hybridization but use the next d orbital, it is a 4d orbital. So here use this d, 4d, and undergoes these two hybridization. So shows sp3d2 hybridization. So when sp3d2 hybridization of given complex, so there are comparison. Some complexes having inner d orbital complex use inner d, some complexes use outer d. So these are differences in number of way we can explain. Basically, if the 3D is used, inner D is used. So this in 3D, 4s and 4p are well hybridized together because of they belongs from the same shell. They belongs from the same state. That time their overlapping is more perfect, and when they undergoes hybridization to form the bond, so they form more covalent bond, more covalent bond. But suppose next 4D is used, their overlapping or their hybridization with 4s and 4p is not as much effective like 3D. So because it is a most or this is the next. So that time there is a strong bond formation between the metal and ligand is not possible. So that time ionic bond is formed. Means ionic and covalent character is explained by the use of inner D and outer D orbital. Okay, so this will explain in the form of ionic character or covalent character. So basically outer orbital complexes are more ionic and inner orbital complexes are more covalent. In covalent there is a more effective sharing, more effective overlapping of the orbitals as compared to outer orbital complexes. So there is a inner orbital complexes, they are called as covalent compounds, covalent complexes, and outer orbital complex is called as ionic complexes because there is a less effective overlapping, less effective participation of 4D or next D in a hybridization. After that, there is another, someone try to explain the compounds in a different way. They explain in the way to the related to the presence of the electron pair here, availability of electrons here. Suppose we consider the examples in a different way. For suppose we consider example NiCN6 3 plus, NiCN6 3 plus. So here plus 3 is oxidation state. That means here how many electrons? 4 unpaired electrons, or if you consider simple 2 plus or whatever, means those ligands are present here. We consider the simple example which are shows. Example is FeCN6. Example is FeCN6. Okay, so in FeCN6 their oxidation state FeCN6 3 minus. So what is oxidation state of Fe? 3 plus. So if you compare here, same ground state and 5 electrons. 5 electrons. Okay, so and in F is F5, in FeF5 there are 5 electrons, again here is a 5 electron, oxidation state remains same, everything is same. What is the change? Here is the cyanide, here is the fluorine. So here the complex used next d orbital undergoes sp3 d2 hybridization, but here due to cyanide there is a pairing of electrons and it shows pair of. So these two electron orbitals becomes empty, means these two use, so undergoes D2 sp3. So this is the difference, D2 sp3. So the number of person work on it and try to distinguish this. So the first distinguish is, here is the outer orbital complex, is the inner orbital complex. Outer is ionic, inner is covalent. So it is a covalent complex, here is the ionic complex. Okay. Third one is here spin free, here is a spin paired. Here is a more pairing of electrons as compared to this one. So here spin is free, here is a spin paired, electrons are paired. It is a third classification, distinguish. And fourth one is spin free, also called as high spin. High spin, here called as low spin. Here called as low spin. बघा, स्पिन फ्री म्हणतात त्याला किंवा हाय स्पिन म्हणतात, याला स्पिन पेड म्हणतात किंवा लो स्पिन म्हणतात. स्पिन म्हणजे काय? स्पिन मीन्स इट इज द spin quantum number. S is equal to n by 2. We calculate S is equal to n by 2. N is the number of unpaired electron. So here S is equal to 5 by 2. Here only one electron is available, so S is equal to 1 by 2. So here high value of S, here low value of S. So low spin value, high spin value. Okay, so high spin complexes and low spin complexes. So outer orbital complexes are high spin complexes and inner orbital complexes are low spin complexes. So high spin complexes and low spin complexes, these two words are used in next chapter, is a crystal field theory. There totally the terms are used high spin, low spin. परत सांगतो, high spin and low spin. बघा same example घेतलंय. Fe is the central, ligands are different, and the electronic representation again same, 5 ampere, 5 ampere. But here the pairing of electrons, here is there is no pairing of electron. So here spin free because there is a no pair. Here spin paired because due to pairing. When we calculate the S is equal to n by 2. S कसा काढतात? तर n by 2. N is the number of unpaired electron. Here how many unpaired electron? 5 unpaired electrons. So here 5 by 2. Here only 1 unpaired electrons. That means it is a 1 by 2. So this complex has high spin value. The complex has low spin value. So here called as high spin complexes, here called as low spin complexes. So this is all about the outer orbital complexes and lower orbital complexes. There are number of examples are given in book. D1, D4, D3, D5, D6, D7, same for high outer and inner orbital complexes. You can check it. Okay, next point is electroneutrality principle. Next point is electroneutrality principle. Electroneutrality principle. Okay, so electroneutrality principle means to neutralize the electronic charge of metal by the ligands or electronic charge of ligand by the metal. I already told you, or you know, when metal ligand bond is formed, how it formed? When ligand donate the electron pair to the metal. Ligand is in nature, it may be is a negative ion or it may be molecule with containing the lone pair of electron. Means when metal form the bond with ligand, metal accept the pair of electron from ligand. Okay? When metal accept the electron pair from ligand, so negative charge is accommodated in the orbital of metals. Metal occupied it in its own orbital. When negative charge is accommodated in metal orbitals or metal accept the negative charge, how becomes metal positive for the longer time? Initially, the role of metal is, the universal role of metal is, metal has always tendency to loss of electron. That means it is donate the electron to the other species. You already know. But in coordination complexes, when metal loss electron first, they acquire the positive charge on it. We call it oxidation state. आपण त्याला म्हणतो oxidation state. हे first role झाला metalचा. Once metal has oxidation state and when they interact with ligand species, they accept the electron from ligand and formation of coordinate covalent bond or coordinate bond. You already know about it. So when coordinate bond is formed between the metal and ligand, how it form, you know the mechanism. What happened here? The metal accept the electron pair from ligand, and when ligand donate the particular number of ligands, donate the electron pair to the metal, metal has a partially negative charge on it. Partially negative charge on it. Basically metal role is positive, metal is positive in nature because metal has positive oxidation state, but the positive oxidation state, it is the actual charge. It is the actual charge which is the it is easily donated by after the electrons, but there is some partial charge is developed on metal. And how it developed? Because the metal accept the electrons from ligands. Suppose here we consider M, Ln, so M6. here is a N plus oxidation state. L means ligand. So suppose metal has 6 ligand. Metal has 6 ligand. Metal already has their N oxidation state +1, +2, +3, whatever. Okay. Suppose there are 6 ligand and we consider here is the metal has +3 oxidation state. So metal has which charge? +3 charge. Okay. Here is the +3 charge. It is the actual charge. But when ligand donate the electron pair, there are 12 electrons donated to the central metal ion, means the central metal ion accept the -6 charge from the ligands. And when -6 charge is coming from these ligands, how metal becomes positive? It is the negative. So there is a formal charge developed on metal and we can calculate the formal charge. So the -6 is the charge which is coming from ligand, and minus there is a charge on metal already present. So this metal has, suppose +3 is the charge. So -3 + 3 is equal to -3, and this is the formal charge. -3 is the formal charge. Okay. -3 is the formal charge. If metal feel the -3 charge on it, so metal becomes, or complex become unstable. It is the unstable. So to stabilize itself, metal try to neutralize their formal charge with ligand. फॉर्मल चार्ज विथ लिगॅन्ड. म्हणजे बघा की मेटलचा एक ऑक्सिडेशन स्टेट आहे, त्याच्यावरती एक चार्ज होता. ह्या मेटलने काय केलं, 6 लिगॅन्ड्स ॲक्सेप्ट केले, 6 लिगॅन्ड बरोबर बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन झाला. ज्यावेळेस 6 लिगॅन्ड कोऑर्डिनेट होतील, परत एक लिगॅन्ड एक इलेक्ट्रॉन पेअर डोनेट करतो, म्हणजे -1 चार्ज डोनेट करतो. सो लिगॅन्ड साईडकडनं -6 चार्ज त्याच्यावरती डेव्हलप होणार आहे. ऑलरेडी मेटलवरती चार्ज किती होता, +3 होता. सपोज आपण एक्झाम्पल घेतो, +3 होता. सो +3 चार्ज होता आणि -6 चार्ज त्याच्यावर इम्प्लिमेंट झाला किंवा त्याच्यावरती आला, तर जो फॉर्मल चार्ज डेव्हलप होईल तो किती असेल, जो -3 होता, +3 होता, त्याने -3 ला न्यूट्रलाइज करून टाकले, पण एक्सेस -3 त्याच्यावर परत डेव्हलप झाला आणि तो असेल फॉर्मल चार्ज. तो असेल फॉर्मल चार्ज. मीन्स अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस मेकॅनिझम, metal behave as a negatively charged because metal having the -3 formal charge. So what happened here, the metal try to neutralize, or ligand also try to neutralize the formal charge which is developed on it. When formal charge is developed on it, that time how they neutralize the charges, formal charges on each other, that will decide, is it the complex is ionic, the complex is covalent, or it is a 50% covalent or 50% ionic. That will decided how charges are neutralized with each other, and we called it, this principle, this phenomenon is the electroneutrality principle. Okay, for that we simple consider example is here, Fe H2O6 3+, FeH2O6 3+. आता तुम्ही म्हणणार H2 हा न्यूट्रल आहे, व्हॉटएव्हर, तो न्यूट्रल असू द्या किंवा तो निगेटिव्हली चार्ज असू द्या, पण एक इलेक्ट्रॉन पेअर येते म्हणजेच त्याच्यावरती -6 एक मायनस चार्ज डेव्हलप होते कोणावरती, मेटलवरती. सो -6 चार्ज डेव्हलप फ्रॉम द लिगॅन्ड्स. ऑलरेडी मेटल हॅज +3 चार्ज. If metal has +3 charge, that means here what is the formal charge? -6 + 3 is gives equal to -3 is the formal charge. You can calculate formal charge. So -6 is the charge from the ligands, +3 is the actual charge present on metal. When they subtract with each other, the remaining charge is the formal charge of metal. So here Fe has +3 oxidation state, and these 6 ligands are attached. Okay, these 6 ligands are attached here. So actually what is the charge of metal? +3 is the charge of metal, and the remaining charge comes from the ligand. So ligand donated -6 charge, so formal charge is -3. So here two types of possibility. First possibility is, if If there is a minus 6 charge is donated here, so that time to neutralize minus 6, don't think about the what is the actual charge. दोन गोष्टी होणार आहेत की जर मायनस 6 चार्ज इथं देतोय तर ह्या साईडला प्लस 6 चार्ज डेव्हलप व्हायला पाहिजे. हाऊ मेनी लिगँड्स? सो लिगँड इज पॉझिटिव्हली चार्ज, it becomes negative, and sorry, metals is positively charged, it becomes negative, and ligands are negatively charged, so it becomes positive. जर मेटल हा पॉझिटिव्ह आहे तर त्याच्यावरती निगेटिव्ह फॉर्मल चार्ज येतोय लिगँडकडनं, तर लिगँडकडनं जर इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट झाले तर त्यांच्याकडनं फॉर्मल चार्ज येणार आहे मेटलवरती पॉझिटिव्ह, मेटलकडनं पॉझिटिव्ह. सो लिगँड बिकम्स पॉझिटिव्ह फॉर्मल चार्ज अँड मेटल बिकम्स निगेटिव्ह फॉर्मल चार्ज. सपोज here minus 6 charge to be considered, and then we consider here plus 6 charge, means each ligand having plus 1 charge, each ligand having plus 1 charge. That means minus 6 charge is which is coming on metal is neutralized by plus 6 charge of 6 ligand. This indicate here the electrons are equally shared. Electrons are equally shared, and the nature of bond means minus 6 charge is here, so metal shifted plus 6 charge over on the 6th ligand. That means here what happened? Equally sharing of electrons, equally sharing of electrons, because formal charge are neutralized by each other. So that time nature of bond is 100% covalent. 100% covalent is the nature. Okay, and secondly, if there are same condition, same example, the charges which is donated by the ligands, but there is no neutralization, there is no formal charges balance by the central atom, central metal, means only this side there is a negative charge is coming, or suppose the charges are not neutralized, that time the ligands are negatively charged, metal having positive oxidation state, it is positive and negative, that time here 100% ionic bond is formed. 100% bond form is ionic. ज्यावेळेस बॉन्डिंग असेल ही 100% आयोनिक असेल, कारण की इथं न्यूट्रलिटी झालीच नाही, इथं न्यूट्रलिटी दोघांमध्ये झालीच नाहीये, कारण की याच्यावरचा +3 चार्ज आहे, याच्यावरती -6 चार्ज जो लिगँडचा असेल तो रिमेन्स असेल. थर्ड कंडिशन काय बघा, okay, how many charge is donated on metal? +6. Metal itself has +3, so how many remaining formal charge? -3 is the remaining formal charge on the metal. So if metal only neutralize -3, not a -6 by +6, only metal neutralize their -3 formal charge. इथं बघा, इथं टोटल जो चार्ज कन्सिडर केला तो -6 की 6 लिगँड्स आहे, हा -6 + 6 ने न्यूट्रलाइज केला 1:1. Okay, so here this is equally sharing, this is called as covalent bonding. Okay, here the charge is not neutralized, metal becomes positive, ligand becomes negative, so positive negative there is a ionic in nature. Third case, the negative -6 charge coming from ligands, metal itself has +3 oxidation state, so -3 + 3 is remaining, so -3 is the formal charge, and only this -3 will neutralize by the ligands. So each ligand having +1 half, 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 +1 half. That means here is the +3 charge around the metal ion and -3 charge on metal, so it is neutralized, but only 50%. How many total charge coming? -6 total charge is coming. Only out of -6, -3 is neutralized. That means only 50% is neutralized. So here you can mention the bonding nature is 50% ionic and remaining 50% covalent. 50% covalent. जे न्यूट्रलायझेशन झालंय ते कोव्हॅलंट झालंय. आणि जो 50% जास्त न्यूट्रलायझेशन झालं नाही तो झाला तुमचा आयोनिक की 3 निगेटिव्ह होता. सो द हाफ ओनली हाफ ऑफ दी formal charge, half of the charge which is coming from ligand will neutralize by metal. So here 50% is ionic, 50% is covalent. You can also write this. Suppose you consider this. So this is a 1/2 charge. You can write 1/4, 1/4 plus 1/4. कारण की 50% होता 50%. Again 25 पण असं पण तुम्ही represent करू शकता. So this way we can discuss the electroneutrality principle, and electroneutrality principle will explain the nature of bonding. It is covalent or ionic. So it is again part of covalent or ionic, we can easily distinguish. Basically there are number of factors. So nature of ligand, if ligand is monodentate or polydentate, that will also decide the electroneutrality principle. If ligand is negative, then what happen? If ligand is negative, it is tendency to donate the electron pair as well as accept the electrons. कारण तो electronegativity असेल त्यावेळेस अजून न्यूट्रलायझेशन होईल. सेकंड की एखादा असा लिगँड असेल ज्याच्याकडे पाय एक्सेप्टर असेल, सो तो डोनेट पण करतो आणि इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ॲक्सेप्ट पण करतो, बॅक बॉन्डिंग, अगेन न्यूट्रलायझेशन होईल. म्हणजे लिगँड सुद्धा स्वतः ट्राय करतो न्यूट्रलायझेशन होण्यासाठी, कारण की त्याच्या नेचरवरती डिपेंड करतो. मेटल पण स्वतः ट्राय करतो की मेटल काय करेल, त्याची लोअर ऑक्सिडेशन स्टेट वाढवेल. ऑक्सिडेशन स्टेट वाढत गेला का फॉर्मल चार्ज कमी होत जाईल, कोव्हॅलेंट कॅरेक्टर वाढत जाईल. किंवा तो कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर कमी करेल. जेवढे कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर कमी असेल तेवढा लिगँड्स कमी होतील, आणि लिगँड्स कमी झाले का कमी निगेटिव्ह चार्ज त्याच्यावरती येईल. सो दीज आर वे ligands as well as metal try to neutralize their charges with each other and form the more stable complexes. So this is all about the electroneutrality principle. Just the one last topic is remaining. There is a multiple bonding as well as limitations of valence bond theory. We will discuss in tomorrow's lecture, and then chapter will finish. Okay, so we stop here. If you have any question, you can ask.